What's good? What's good, bro? How you living?
Getting better day by day. It's getting better day by day.
All right, bro. For all those listening, welcome to the No Name Podcast. This Wisdom Devine. I'm one half of the co-host.
Hello, it's me, Tomi, the other half.
All right, how y'all doing? And so this is the pilot episode before we actually bust down the podcast. Just giving y'all who we are, letting you know what to look forward to. So this is just how we gonna knock it off. So just listen up. If you're in the car, cut us up, get a cool vibe, and if you're at work,
Sit back and relax.
that's right. Let's do it.
Come on.
So man, we know us, but they don't know us.
Facts.
We got a good vibe between us. I'm an old head. I'm in my mid 30s. I'm 35. So I look at you like you my little brother, but at the same time, you grown. You old man too. We come from two generations, so I like the conversations that we have. So sometimes it's like I wanted to share it with the world. So I thought about, man, let's do some with a podcast to make something make something big. So we could leave something behind.
Look back at.
And also, help those who in need, because the conversations we're gonna have, man, it's not just relating to us. It's gonna be relating to everybody. So, tap in, share it with a friend. Like, comment, share it. Subscribe to the page. For no further ado, let's do this, man.
Yes, sir.
So, man, I thought about just some random questions I wanted to ask you. Just how we normally do when we just kick it. But like, how was life before COVID for you?
For me, it was. I'm gonna say it was actually kind of exciting right before COVID happened because I was freshman year 2019 as I graduated. Even though like right before then I did mess up my ankle, which messed up a lot of things for me, but still coming to college and meeting new people and doing all those things was pretty fun. It was a long time. It was like it was a tough time. I just turned 19, about to turn 20 freshman year. Hype, you thinking on top of the world, just trying to have some fun, meet some new people. I do kind of miss it though, cause like before quarantine, I guess it was easier to do a lot of things because we weren't like stuck in the crib. So now that we're kind of back out of it, it's a whole different feeling. It doesn't even feel like the same world per se.
I feel you. So like, would you say like, because well, now we in San Antonio, but like, where you from?
I'm from Dallas.
So like, what was that like? Moving from Dallas to San Antonio, was it a culture shock? How was it? Actually building relationships with people. Pre-COVID, how was that going?
Uh, well, the culture from Dallas to here isn't too crazy of a difference. This just feels like a smaller, a way smaller version of Dallas. Because in Dallas, everybody was still over there, on their own chill little vibes. Over here, it's same thing. Everybody be to themselves, but only thing is because it's so small, some people aren't, ready to, I guess, mingle with others. So that's the only thing. Because first coming here, I did make friends quite quickly, I say, but that was because of little summer school stuff. So like, I already met some people because they're in the same classes together. We were all in the same little dorms, so it was fun.
What
But
made you choose to come to UTSA to begin with?
no cap, they gave me the most money. I was just coming here. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you at all, because I really wanted to go to Tech. Cause I'm even like when I
Texas
was
Tech.
yeah when I was little,
I heard about them.
I had the little uniform. What's it called again? Top and bottom uniform at Texas Tech. I used to wear the hell as much as I could. What? I don't know what it was about Texas Tech, but even as a kid, I was in love with that school. I was like, yeah, all the way.
That's crazy. You still in love with it now. Like I can tell. Even though you're a road runner, I can tell it's in your heart. I can tell. You haven't let it go, but it's all right. We got you though. We got you over here, the road runners.
Facts, 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 facts.
So like, how would you say, things change mentally, physically, and socially for you since this whole thing that's changed the world, knocked us down, called COVID-19?
To me, it put me in a bubble because I'm not very much of a, I guess, like forward person when it comes to vocally, always, but I've always been like a physical, like, if I'm in the right space, if I feel comfortable, then we can get it rocking. But yeah, like, but since since COVID happened, I was like, stuck in the crib all the time, and I'm not like the type of person to even go out that often. So like, it was only now and then that I was. So it really just felt like it was me in my little room half the time, and like,
But you in bruised shape though. Like that, that's the crazy thing about it. Like you might say you just in your room, but they probably thinking like, like you just was sitting in your room eating, out of shape. Man, you in great shape. So at the end of the day, yeah, maybe I feel you, but it's like I see how where you put your mind into different other things, and that's why I admire you because you in you in crazy good shape. You have a great mind. Like it's certain things that you know when I was your age, and I was in the military when I was your age, actually. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
it was like even then I wasn't even thinking about you know certain things that I see you talk about and that you do. So I feel you where that since COVID happened, it definitely separated us in a way, away from people, and it changed how we, you know, are socially, involved. But it's like, man, but I also seen you lock in to also do things for yourself, but also do things for other people. Like I definitely have seen you grow, because it's definitely hard during this times, what we living through, and you know, having to see certain people not being able to adjust to what's going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time though, I've seen you throw one of the best parties that I've ever seen somebody your age and also grown ups even do, man. I'm telling you, like, and I'm talking about people who are promoters that's throwing in big events. Like I seen you do something and bring people together with no violence. You know, so it's like, man, I want to commend you even on that because it's
Thank
definitely
you.
hard to even, be young and having the world change to where, you could just party and do what you want when you was right under 18. But soon as you, move to a whole new place, the world drastically changes,
Yeah.
We wearing masks, all this thing changes. But it's like I seen a lot of because we come from a lot of people don't even probably know how we met, but it's like we both coming from an organization at UTSA called Men of Honor. I
Right.
used to be a vice president, so it's like it's a lot that we did for the community and to build ourselves up, and us coming together. Even though it was a pandemic around the world, the organization kept a lot of us together, and those who chose to step out of their comfort zone and build relationships and try to work on themselves, a lot of us flourish within this because we realize the strength in numbers and being around positive people, positive energy. So I definitely want to say that for all the guys that's or females that's going through any type of depression during this, get out, go for a walk,
Yeah.
call somebody, let somebody know. It's somebody that care, make sure that
Get out your bubble.
do not just stay to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. Make sure you talk to somebody, man. So you know that's going into something that I wanted to talk to you about next.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think society has been doing to try to adjust this to this thing called COVID-19? Like, do you think like we've been moving in the right direction with so much just been going on in the world? Because we got this Iran thing going on. We got things going on in Africa. We got things going on in Ukraine between Russia. We got things going on in America, Chicago, California, Texas, Virginia. Man, we got things going on every single place that you can think of, whether you
Something.
know it or not. But if you in tune with what's going on, then you know that it's not just in one place, man. So how do you think that, the society has been adjusting to this thing, man?
I say it's hard to say actually because I see a lot of good, but I also see a lot of bad on both sides. Because with everybody going into COVID and everything like that, there was a more sense of unity in some way because people were trying to at least like since they weren't able to leave the house, try to speak to somebody online
Right.
or join some type of community or have some fun in their own four walls type shit. But at the same time, getting back out of it as things started to open up, you could see conflict start to arise again. So it's like we were starting to hit the right direction in a sense, but then as soon as everybody got their freedom back and I guess their individuality, they started to rebel against each other and do their own thing in more
Yeah.
selfish ways.
It's like, people, it's hard when, you're used to being able to do what you want, but when we had that quarantine, man, and things was closed down and couldn't really go anywhere, travel was restricted. It was hard, man. You had so much going on around the world. George
Everything locked
Floyd.
down.
All these things going on with police
Yeah.
brutality.
The
Human trafficking.
marches and all that were very nice.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. I was proud because at the time, I used to live in Minnesota for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Eagan, Minnesota, which is a suburb outside of St. Paul, and I still got friends there. But just to see how, you know, it wasn't just black people that came together. I know this for a fact because I was getting videos sent to me from my friends who are, Caucasian males, and these is good guys, you know, and with them it's not even about race. With them it's about, what's in your heart,
Brotherhood.
and I really love them guys, and them guys was on the front line with people who, look just like me, making sure that they were safe, giving them safe places to go to, helping them, get bandaged up when the police was beating them, when they were getting maced, they were there with jugs of milk, trying to, make sure that,
Everybody
they
got
got
back
up
to
and got on
100%.
to where they needed to go, but they were fighting for the cause. So I was definitely proud to see that, man, because at the end of the day, it ain't hard to do the right thing unless you're a coward, you know. And you gotta be have something in your heart to actually stand up for something, and that was something powerful, man. So like you said, the marches was nice, man. And what's the craziest thing for me, you know, with this whole COVID thing, I definitely was having a mental breakdown because I'm a real social person. I like to
Mm-hmm.
travel. I like to go places, man. I was playing basketball every week. You know, I was doing a lot of things.
No, I feel that. I
So it was
couldn't.
like that. It
Yeah,
changed.
I couldn't be active or really do anything. I had to actually just
Yeah, and I know
seclude.
that. I know that about you. That's why. That's
Yeah,
why I said that you in brute shape. They need to know that. Like, even when this
I don't even
thing
think
was
I'm in
having
shape.
thing, man, you crazy, man. Man, listen, man. Listen. All right. Don't make me go get that picture. I'm gonna go get that picture they got you on stage when you was in the dance joint. And when you all listen,
Hey, chill
no
out, chill
homo,
out,
you
chill out.
all oiled up. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Hey,
I go
hey.
get that joke. You over there looking like, what I'm saying, one of the little Chippendale dudes or something, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm just,
They'll
I'm
go
just
crazy
me.
for you. You know what I mean? Listen, I already know what time it is. Look, all right, look,
You
don't do that.
describe it.
Don't do that.
You're describing it, and they think it's some magic Mississippi.
Don't do that.
Hey, chill out. It was ASA dance. Nothing
Nah, but
much.
like something I definitely tapped into. Like even with this, you know what I'm saying? COVID's still going on. They loosen up restrictions. We in Texas, so it's been loose a lot.
Yeah.
They lock in here and there, but it's been rarely loose. But
Yeah.
we
Nah,
take precautions. Do what we
as
gotta
soon as
do.
they let up a little tiny bit of bands,
They went crazy.
everything was open.
They went
Everything was
crazy.
open.
But it's like what you expect. You know what I mean? It's about $1 out here. And no
Yeah.
matter who want to admit that, but everybody made money out this thing. No matter what you talk about with the PPP, the scammers been out here getting crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, whatever. I mean, food stamps. Selling the food stamps. I mean, flipping properties. I mean, Airbnb hustle. whatever you want to talk about. A lot of people came up,
Get
some
right
people,
to
some
it.
people still where they at, never did nothing, but whatever. But for me, I think the big thing for me was I started to tap into myself doing this whole thing. You know what I mean? I started
Facts.
doing music. You feel me? I touched in with a lot of the my family members that I grew up with, and some of my friends that really was doing music, and told them like, look, man, I got a lot of things in my mind I want to express. You feel me? And I told stories that was near and dear to my heart. Things, heartbreak, sharing my pain, but sharing my happiness, my goals, things that I feel like somebody else could relate to,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how me and you decided we was gonna do this thing, because we was like, look, at the end of the day, things that we talk about, man, we really can share these things with somebody, man. And I
Tell
think I
somebody.
think we really I think we can really do something with this. And
Also
that's why
have
I
some
said with this
fun.
pilot, we gonna tap in, see what the feedback be like. And we got topics for sure. We're gonna bring on people, and have our regular conversations how we do. Because we got a squad
Facts.
of definitely great men, and the things that we talk about, we definitely need to share that. But we also wanted to make sure that it wasn't even about a name. That's why we say no name podcast. You just need to tap in and listen. You feel me? So man, look, like, what do you think we should let our audience know about the future direction of the podcast? Where you see this thing going, and you know what direction do you want to go in? Because this a us thing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Now, not only do I want to, expand and have deeper conversations about our day to day social life and everything going on, but more and also tapping into more different type of cultures with music, fashion, art, even athletics, sports, all that. Seeing really what's good for us, what's bad for us, what
Facts.
makes us happy, what makes us sad, all the above
Yeah, man. Because we
and all
definitely,
the below.
we definitely talk about these things a lot, man. And I know that, like I say all the time, with our age difference, I always like to talk about, man, when I was doing this, man, in the '90s and in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? You was with Juvenile saying the '99s and the 2000s. You
2000.
know what I mean? You was born in 2000, so it's like, what I mean. That's the craziest thing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like we definitely got a lot how we can bridge the gap of, because that's a lot of with my generation, we failed y'all. You know what I mean? Just like the generation before me, you know what I mean? They failed us. So we don't really know how to really tap in and say, hey, look, man, look, let me share my experiences, the things I've done, with you, so you don't have to bump your head.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be some bruises along the way, but it
Yeah.
don't have to be cuts, or you gotta get stitched up, or you may not make it, or you gotta go sit behind a prison cell, or a jail cell,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But it's like,
Even the
if
mental
I can if I
problems
can
too.
give you some game that I've already, you know,
Experience.
and say, listen, man, don't do that. Or listen, do this because it worked for me, but it may not work for you. But listen, this something you can share with somebody else that
Yep.
may be on that same path. You feel me?
Just
So,
start, and it's
but a
good
lot
to
of us
start
is
that conversation.
cowards. A
Yeah.
lot of us is cowards. We scared of y'all because at the end of the day, your generation come with the 30 rounds. The youngest say, you know what, I don't got time for them old goofies, and
Yeah.
I respect it, because at the end of the day, some dudes in my generation definitely about giving back. A lot of them dudes about self, because when we was y'all age, they was still trying to run behind the OGs, and couldn't really get the money. So now
It
it's they
was.
turn. You feel me? And they don't really want to let go of it. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I know my place in the world. And I know that as I get older, it's always about the youth. Everything that you do is gonna always be about the younger, the younger. So I'm always
What you
gonna
can
tap
pass
in
on.
with those that's younger than me, because I'm learning from y'all every day how to move. The thing, but I'm also gonna share with y'all things that I know that kept me alive, things that I know that helped me get money and help the dudes around me get money. So we're gonna share those things with the pod, and let them know, what we do, how we do it, and if we can help those who listening, good, man. And if we can't, you can't save them all. You know what I mean?
Fact.
So listen, man. What can they find you at, yo?
Or on mediums.
Anywhere.
You can find me at on it's Tomi Adewi. It's TomiAdewuyi on Twitter, Instagram. I do have a brand called War for the Clothes.
Let them know.
Go. That's War for the World. WURA 4DAWORLD. That's same as the website too. I mean, that's my brand for. I've been wanting to do that since I was a little kid. So
Talk about it.
I'm finally being able to, I want to say express myself through the brand or create some things that are also sentimental towards me, because I don't really like making just things to be things. I like things like a label or kind of like timestamp or things that make me happy that I feel like could also make other people happy. But in doing so, I do get very, very nervous before I like drop anything, or I'll be like, people don't like this. People ain't gonna they ain't gonna rock with it for real. And if it's just I'll be in my head about it. But same time, I want to go kind of far with this. I don't just want to have this brand and tell the story that I'm trying to tell with it, and then just make my money and dip. I want to do this and then eventually get up to the point where I can even open up my own like self branding, couture type line. I'm making purely custom pieces from top to bottom, from scratch all the way. Cause I still have a lot of things from when I was younger that I wanted to do, and I gotta do them. I'm not gonna let those dreams, die.
I feel that, man. You know what I mean? Like, I support the brand. I've seen you like go out here and push that brand heavy. You know what I mean? And I've seen you actually put the time to promote, bring other people on and allow them to, network not only with your brand, but with your followers, their followers. And I mean, I love the cross branding and the love that you've been showing with a lot of not only, young black people, but also people that's just like us, college students.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and once again, like I said, those were business minded things that I definitely weren't doing when I was your age. And I hope people go and check out the website. Once again, tell them again.
It's War for the World. That's WURA, the number 4DAWORLD. World for the World.
Hey, go check the homie out, man. He got something for everybody, when we start doing the video thing, you're gonna see us pop in with the joint, man. So
Mm-hmm.
no, at the end of the day, man, I appreciate everybody for listening, man. Tomi, I really love that you gave the audience the time to do this today, because it's been a long time coming with us trying to do this, man.
Right.
We've been trying to put it together, but I think now is the right time. We got the right equipment, the right setup. Once we figure this thing out all the way, it's up to the top. You feel me?
Yes,
So
sir.
man, it's your boy Wisdom Devine. You can find me on all streaming platforms as Wisdom WISDOM Devine DEVINE. Go check me out.
Listen to them stories.
Listen to that. You know what I mean? Listen, I appreciate y'all for listening. Tap in. We out.